Promotional consideration paid for by the following. Webster Ace Hardware and Farm Supply are generous sponsors for today's podcast. They have been a family-owned business for 27 years. This helpful hardware store sells items such as archery, Ariat clothing and boots, Wrangler jeans, case knives, Hammond's candies, and live fishing wear. They also have a full selection of hardware, RV supply, propane, Ben Moore, Royal & Clark, and Kenningston paints. You need a barn or fencing job done? Custom barn kits and roofing metal are provided at your local Ace Hardware store. What about a new grill for the yard? Traeger, Big Green Egg, Weber, and Blackstone are found here, along with all the accessories to go with them. Stock up your workshop with DeWalt, Milwaukee, or Craftsman tools. They got you covered. Remember to go to ace.com to shop their entire line to have items shipped directly to the store. Welcome back to another edition of the Goblay Show. I'm your host, Billy, and today we have a special guest. He played linebacker at South Sumter High and went on over to South Carolina at Wofford to play linebacker there. Without further ado, welcome Mike McCrimon. Mike, how you doing, buddy?
And I'm doing good.
Doing all right?
Yeah, it's great to be here. I'm glad I waited this long after all those superstars you had earlier. So, yeah.
Yeah. Just I got to get them out of the way to make room for everybody else.
I know, right?
Yeah, right. Did you have a good Christmas?
I did. Got to see his family. It was the first time my family saw my firstborn. So
awesome.
It was good. It was a good Christmas.
Good. Yeah. It's always good to come back and see family.
Yeah, and I still have to make my rounds and see everybody else I haven't seen in a couple years. So
yeah, like I was telling you before, it's been a while, man. It's been so long since I've seen you last. I can't remember the last time I did see you, and had to be at a football game. Something.
It had to been close to 10 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, but life is good.
Life is good.
Life is good.
Hey. I can't complain.
You're a dad?
Yeah, I'm a dad.
That's awesome.
Yep.
How's that going?
It's good. Like I said, he's 5 months old, so we're not getting much sleep.
Right.
So, but somehow we can just will it through off 3 or 4 hours of sleep. So
yeah. Well, there's an old Darius Rucker song says it won't be like this way for long. So
I hope not.
Well, it's one of those things where if it's your first time doing that kind of thing, then you have to learn how to do it, and then shoot, by the time you get a hand on it, it's time to move on to the next chapter.
That's not the first time I heard that either.
It must be something that's spiritual, true. It's gospel.
Yeah, he's starting to crawl now. So this old saying is that he's moving out of the way for the next one. So
that's what I've heard too.
Yeah.
Anita Brooks at Webster Wildwood Elementary. I was telling her about my nephew, how he was standing on his feet at, I want to say, like 7, 8 months old.
Mm-hmm.
She said the same thing. She goes, "Oh," and the way she said it, I was like, "Oh, what's wrong with him? Like, is there something wrong?" She's like, "No, he's getting out of the way." But I'm like, this is her third kid. I don't think he's getting out of the way for anything. He's just wanting to stand up by himself.
Yeah.
Well, like I do for all my guests, let's go back and a lot of people don't know who you are. They never really got to see you play.
Yeah.
Which I did, which was really awesome. I never did get to catch a college game, but we'll get to that point in your career. But let's start with what kind of sports did you like growing up? I mean, what did you like? Just football, or did you have any other sports you liked?
Starting out, I strictly played football. I didn't play any sports. I played baseball when I was like 8 or 9, but it all started with football and because it just started from football.
Right.
Yeah.
So did you play Pop Warner or Wolfpack? We call it.
So not many people know this. I'm not from Sumter County.
Oh, I didn't know that either. So I'm one of them.
Yeah, I'm not from Sumter County. I'm from Kissimmee, Florida.
Okay.
Yeah. So pretty much my whole family played football.
Okay.
I got 4 brothers.
Okay.
And all my uncles and my dad, they all played at Osceola High School.
Okay. Cowboys?
Yeah, Osceola Cowboys. So pretty much how it started for me is at like 5, 6 years old, I just woke up one morning. My brother was like, all right, come with me. And then I got in the car with him in his Cadillac, and this is my oldest brother. And he's just like, sign me up for Pop Warner football, City League football.
Right.
And that's pretty much how it started. It was just started playing football. He just like, yeah, this is what we do. This is how we do it in here. So.
Now, did you start on the defensive side of the ball, like you ended, or did you have?
I played both sides of the ball. That's my first time. So I actually played defensive end and offensive guard.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't see you as a guard. Well, maybe a quick guard. But I doubt they were pulling there or anything.
No, we weren't pulling. I mean, I was pretty chubby. I was a little chubby little kid. Yeah, I was a little chubby little kid.
Well,
so
we like to say husky.
I'm sorry, husky.
Ask anybody; they'll say husky. They prefer it. So you were offensive lineman. What else did you say?
Defensive end.
Okay. So when did you get a chance to play running back at all?
So that was like my first year playing, and then like every year we played some type of league, like City League,
right.
Pop Warner, or whatever. It was in Kissimmee, there's a lot more to choose from. Mm-hmm. As I got older, I started to play. My primary position started to be running back and linebacker. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So you kind of got a feel for it. Kind of got you an idea of what it was like.
Yeah.
I mean, you're on both sides of the ball. A lot of people don't realize how that's a tough transition. I mean, you think about it. You're going from the opposite meaning. You're going to get the ball versus you're protecting the ball. Correct. So a lot of people are like, well, how hard is that? Well, it's not hard. It's the fact that you got to remember which side you're on. Yeah. There's a lot of guys that jump off sides and they're on offense. You're not supposed to jump off sides. Exactly. You're supposed to get the other guys to jump off sides. But so what age did you move to Sumter County? So I moved here
6th grade, second semester, 6th grade.
Okay.
So yeah, that's when I moved here.
Okay.
So that was actually, I think in 6th grade I didn't play tackle football because they don't let. I mean, they're starting to kind of like let 6th graders get involved because of the way the Wolfpack kind of does it. They have a 12U team. Okay. And so they're like, well, if they're playing 12U, I mean, what's the difference between that and that's 6th grade to go play? Yeah,
at the football level, at a school level.
Yeah.
But I think they're learning the transition to, it all evolves one day. Remember when it was strictly like, if you were 6th grade, no way. I mean, you barely got on the field if you were 7th grader. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's still kind of like that. And I understand why. I mean, it's a road of passage. You just don't. I mean, you just think of it. You're a senior, your senior year, and you got a freshman who just walks in and acts like he thinks he's gonna take over your spot. That ain't how it works. Yeah. Unless he's that good, and you're like, wow, maybe I should give up my spot, but chances are that ain't happening.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, football season was already over with when I moved here as far as in middle school. But I didn't know anything about – so it's actually a funny story with that. I was going to – so at going into 7th grade, they started back Wolfpack. Yeah, okay. They didn't have Wolfpack at first, and I think they were starting it back.
Gotcha.
And Michael Todd, he was like – I played baseball during the time, and he was one of my coaches, and he tried to get me to play football. And so I was going to potentially play football my 7th grade year for Wolfpack. But Coach Kinley shut that down pretty fast. Yeah. He was like, "No, that's not happening." So
you know what's funny is Coach Kinley likes to you make decisions as a coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like he was talking about the people that I've had on the podcast. They played 7th grade or 8th grade football at the middle school, or he cut them, or like I think he cut your highness. He's like,
yeah.
He's like, I can't believe I cut a kid that went to D1. But maybe that's sometimes what you need, a little motivation.
Yeah.
So what was that transition like coming from Osceola over to little old Suffolk County? Because, I mean, it really hadn't started growing since the last, 15 years.
It was a transition. It was let's just say, so we moved to Center Hill. My dad bought land long time ago, and
Old C-Town.
Yeah, old Center Hill. Bought land a long time ago. We built the house on it. So like when we moved up here, this is how crazy it was. So I'm used to like walking the streets, going to different stores and stuff like that. And when we first moved in, there was kids riding cows. And I was like, Dad.
Literally.
Yeah, I was like, Dad, was that kid just riding a cow?
Literally cowboys. Like,
yeah.
Literally cowboys.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that is crazy.
So if that gets you in the mind of my transition, it was just like day and night. Like I didn't country, everything. It was just like it was different. It was just different. Riding cows, and I rode my first horse. I rode a cow. So, but yeah, it was very interesting. And then it just, I guess, as far as like socially, I didn't really have any. It was trying to meet friends and find friends was kind of difficult, but. You'd be surprised. My first person that spoke to me was Oscar Vera.
Okay.
First guy spoke to me and was like, "Hey man, what's up?" Like, just being Oscar, just being his nice self.
Being genuinely nice.
Yeah,
like
just his genuine nice self. So he was like one of my first friends. So that's how it came about. 6th grade.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, and that's a big transition. I mean, you're going from, I mean, like you said, walking to, I mean, Kissimmee's big. It's just wide. It's spread out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like you were downtown Orlando.
No.
But yeah, I could see that transition coming over there. I ask all these people that come. They come from all over. When I was at the school working, I'd have a kid transfer. They'd be brand new. Had to slip in their hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, "So where are you from?" They're like, "Michigan." And I'm like, How did you get find us?
Yeah.
And like, my dad got transferred here at the jail. Not that his dad was in jail.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
But for the correctional facility, or my dad was working here, or T&D, or so, somewhere coming down, and it's a weird process.
Yeah, it is
to go. Wait, what?
Yeah.
You came from where?
Exactly.
Now, Kissimmee's not that.
No, it's not that drastic. Yeah,
no, but it is a change itself.
Yeah.
Like you said. So.
I mean, they call me Yankee when I came here.
Yankee, you're more south than we were.
Man, it's middle school. It was middle school.
Who said Yankee? I want names.
Remember? I knew exactly who it was. It was like day and night.
You had to tell me.
Yeah, I'll tell you offline.
Oh, well, yeah, you're not a Yankee, right? Maybe they meant by the baseball team.
I have no idea. Yankees play down there.
Yeah. So let's see. So you go in and you back on Wolfpack. Did you do?
No, I played.
Oh, that's right. You said it was back. It brought back. So you go. Did you do the middle school?
Yeah, I played middle school.
Okay, so what positions did you play there?
I played linebacker and fullback.
Fullback.
Yeah, fullback and linebacker.
Which one did you like better?
Oh, linebacker.
Oh, you like hit something.
Yeah. Linebacker for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I was slow. I was slow at the time, and I wasn't fast. I don't know. But, like, I love playing linebacker. But, of course, I was in 7th grade, and I wasn't getting that much playing time. So, yeah.
Right. You have any? Do you remember any games that you played in middle school? Any games that stick out?
From 7th grade or 8th grade?
It don't matter either.
Okay. Well, in 8th grade, I'll start with 7th grade. 7th grade, this is a time when like Will, Quentin Story, you remember all those guys? Not Quentin Story, Quentin Bryant.
Yes.
They was in 8th grade at the time, and we were playing Inverness, and they had this real good running back at the time. And I got in towards the end of the game, and then I think I made like 2 tackles back to back. I think I had a TFL. Oh, yeah. And after we got I was pretty excited, but like after we got back to the locker room, like all the older kids was like, yeah, Mike McCrimon got balls of steel or whatever, like making tackles and stuff. And I'm just like, oh, okay, I got some kudos from the older guys. So like, that made me, that was pretty cool. But 8th grade, 8th grade was I don't remember any memorable games. Yeah. That's taking it way back. But we was a second undefeated team at middle school. Yeah. I think
Earl's grade was the first.
Yeah, they was the first. Yeah. So it took a little while to have undefeated. So we was the second team. Okay. Then I think after that, Coach Kinley had a whole bunch of undefeated teams after that. But
that's like whatever.
Yeah, it's normal now. So that I think that year was just like having that undefeated team. Yeah. I think, awesome. But like the fun thing was just playing with Nick Martinez. Yeah. He was we both played linebacker together. Yeah. So that was pretty fun. He'll appreciate this story. He always tell me this. He was like, so we play linebacker together, and we'll go fill the hole, and like I beat him there first. But Nick was like, all right, Nick was huge. Like, Nick was as big as he was. He was like ninth grader. He was big as he was in 8th grade. Man. And he would just push me out the way and go make the tackle. So that was pretty funny. But like he always tell me that. It's like, yeah, I used to push you out the way and make the tackle. So, but yeah, 8th grade was fun, man. It was. That's where I got to meet a lot of my good friends and from playing football. So yeah, 8th grade was fun.
Gotcha. Whether your water is supplied by a public municipality or a private well, for residential or commercial use, Purified Water Services, LLC has the solutions to provide you with simply clean water. We offer a complete line of professional water filtration equipment and accessories. Soft water makes a difference you can see and feel. Water heater and appliances last longer with less maintenance. Iron and H2S filters eliminate iron stains and offensive rotten egg odors and protects your water softener equipment from iron fouling. No matter what your problem is, Purified Water Services, LLC has a solution. Contact Kenny Williams at 352-446-2709. So, Nick, shoving you around, you got the man-child pushing you, or you just pushing you around?
Yeah.
Who else did you play with?
So you had Cody Simmons. You had Brian Griffith. You had Malcolm Simmons. Well, Moochie. Yeah. People don't know him. Ryan Evans, J.R. Finkley, Andrew Ford, rest in peace. And we had I want to say Shelton. Yeah, Shelton was there. Yeah, Shelton Rice.
Oh, yeah.
Shelton Rice.
Didn't forget about Shelton.
No, he's one of my good friends. I can't forget about him.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Man, I'm missing so many more people. I feel bad. So long ago.
So let me ask you this: when you made that transition from 8th grade to 9th grade, was it scarier than coming from Osceola to Center Hill? Or
no, it actually wasn't scary at all. Because think about it. All those guys that I played with in 8th grade, I was 8th graders. Yeah, we all played together on JV.
Gotcha.
Except Nick.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So that was actually, it wasn't a hard transition at all. It was actually like pretty easy.
Right.
Yeah.
And did you like get the hang of it right away? I know Coach Lawrence was the defensive coordinator at the time.
Actually, Coach Lawrence wasn't there.
Oh, he wasn't there. Oh, is that when that's when he left?
Yeah. So.
Oh my gosh.
But I played JV. I didn't play varsity until after the JV season.
Okay.
So it was Coach Foot was my position coach.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Coach Foot.
So Coach Lawrence was gone for just a year, right? Wasn't that just a year, or was it a couple of years?
Couple of years. Coach Lawrence. I didn't get Coach Lawrence as a coach until my sophomore year.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was 1 year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember him saying, now that you say that, in the interview that I had with him, and he said, and I had totally forgotten that he had left, and he's like, I'm not leaving again. And so after that, when you got him back, is the time he stayed and he wasn't going anywhere. So
yeah.
So JV season, who was Howman over JV at the time?
Coach Shirley. Alan Shirley.
Okay. Okay, Coach Shirley.
Yeah, Coach Shirley was the head coach.
Okay.
And then, like I said, Coach Foot was my coach, my position coach.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to think who other coaches was there. Was Coach Wright?
Trying to remember. Coach Wright might have been there.
Yeah, Coach Wright was there. I think he left middle school.
Yeah.
Before I left middle school to go to the high school.
Gotcha.
Coach Wright. I think it's some other, because I think I don't remember, to be honest.
It's been so long.
So I played linebacker with Coach Foot.
Gotcha.
There. I'm not gonna lie, I don't miss JV at all.
Yeah, but JV, a lot of people don't understand. JV is like paying your dues.
Yeah.
It's something that unless you are, like I said, like a superstar, and that you don't want to be on there because you're going to hurt somebody, because that caliber of play is a little different.
Yeah.
And it would be no different. I remember Montel Presley, when he's going to kill me by saying this, but he wanted to play JV so bad.
Really?
Yes. I said, Montel.
He's too big.
Yes. But not up here. He didn't think that.
Yeah.
He was like, no. Because he's content with when you're the big dog last year.
Yeah.
And then you come to high school and you're like the guy on the bottom of the shoe. Not that he was, but I'm saying that mentality.
Yeah.
I'm a freshman. I have to work my way up.
Yeah.
He's not the only one that was like, I'll go to JV. I guarantee you they're all like, let's go to JV so I can dominate.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, no. Like Earl played JV.
Yeah.
They all, his entire grade played JV.
Yeah.
Because Howman, I don't know if you heard this story, but Coach Howman was the JV coach at the time. And he told all the JV kids, all right, everybody's moving up. Everyone's like, woo! He's like, because I got my squad. They're all 8th graders.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody left here. These are all my guys.
Yeah.
So just having that mentality. But if you're not ready for it, it's like people that are a little apprehensive of going to college.
Yeah,
it's
true.
It's the unknown.
Yeah.
It really is. And that's life. You're gonna go through it with being a dad.
Yeah.
What if I do this, or what?
This is part of it.
Why would you bring that up unless it happens?
Yeah.
Cross that bridge when you get there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a simple mentality, but you have to have that mentality.
Yeah.
You just, hey, look, why would I worry about something that hasn't happened yet?
Correct.
You're gonna drive yourself nuts.
Yeah.
You know. So I don't know. I just and then we were like Montel, no, you're gonna kill somebody.
Yeah.
And he would have.
Yeah, he would have killed somebody.
Yeah. First play, bring him in, bring the meat wagon in. So you, What was that first year? Like, do you remember your first start on varsity? Playing at all, or your first?
My first start on varsity.
Well, your first. What's your first realization that you're on varsity? Like I'm here. I made it.
Yeah. So I got moved to varsity after JV season. Me and Cody Simmons got moved up. Coach Colburn was coaching the linebackers at the time.
Right.
He was the DC, and I actually got to play in the playoff game. I got to play in the playoff game.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. We was beating them pretty bad. I want to say it's Keystone Heights.
Yeah, that was.
Keystone Heights. We was beating them pretty bad, so I got to get in and play that game, and it was just like.
Yeah.
It's a lot different playing in a regular season game.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool. I was pretty excited. Yeah. Mom was there. But yeah, I think as far as memorable, it was just like getting in and play.
Yeah.
And like after I want to say I made a tackle, and after you make that tackle, you kind of realize like, man, I can play with these guys. I can do this. Like I might be a freshman, but like I can play at this level. So
absolutely.
So I think as far as like memory, I just remember like, all right, I might be a little small, but like I know I can play with these guys as far as skill. Yeah.
Well, it's no different from driving.
Yeah.
You know, first time you ever drove a car, you're probably scared to death, aren't you?
Yeah.
Now, do you think about it any?
Don't even think about it now.
You don't even think about it.
Yeah. Don't even think about it now.
It's all up here.
Yeah,
man.
it's all in the head.
I'm telling you, it's so weird how we just overanalyze, like, just trying to make things worse than they are.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable, but it's so funny because you'll see people get their driver lessons and they'll get in the car and they're doing all the check.
Mm-hmm. Doing all the checks.
Doing all the checks and stuff like you're supposed to.
Yeah.
And then like you get in the car now and you're like, oh Lord.
You don't even check all that stuff.
Oh my God, my seatbelt's hanging out.
Yeah. You don't even check your mirrors and all that stuff.
No.
So
I was telling somebody the other day I was going to a wedding and to take pictures and my car was in the garage and I was in such a hurry that I didn't have time to check the mirrors. And I backed up and took the mirror right off the car.
I bet you check it now.
Oh, no doubt. Well, now I don't have a garage to park into. But anyways, but I do. But that's how you learn. And that's one of the processes of, hey, check your mirrors. But at the moment, I was in such a hurry that it didn't matter.
Yeah.
And then I was reminded every time the wind blew that my mirror just
kind of hangs a little bit,
like a dead arm in the wind. You know, it was great.
Yeah.
But you live and you learn to do that. So, but any time that you like your first time out there on the field it's a great experience. That Keystone Heights game you're talking about, my God. That's one of the games I posted on YouTube a long time ago. I think YouTube was just coming out.
Starting then.
Yeah, literally just started. And I'm like, I'm gonna put our highlights on there, you know. And I remember Kendall on kickoff
killed the dude. Yeah,
twice.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, that guy had to be like, no more.
Yes. Yeah.
After the first time, I'd have been like, I'm not. I
won't let the ball go in the end zone.
Peter. Yeah. I'm getting away from the ball. That kid down there tried to kill me.
I mean, you got Kendall Smith running full speed,
like a battering ram.
No one touched him.
Nope. No.
Nobody touched him. Nobody chipped him. Nothing. Full speed.
He didn't hit something, bounce off, then hit something. That would have like softened the blow. Yeah. This is a full Mack truck.
Yeah. I'm surprised that guy even got up the first time.
The second time, especially.
Yeah.
I just lay there. Oh my God.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That was when I wish I was on the sideline like I am now.
Yeah. Taking
the video on those hits like that would have been amazing.
Yeah, imagine putting that on YouTube back then.
Oh my gosh. So sophomore year, you get to play in that playoff game against Keystone.
Freshman year.
Freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
You moved up.
Mm-hmm.
How was your sophomore year? I think that was my brother's senior year.
Mm-hmm. Your Highness senior year.
Yeah, Your Highness.
Yeah. So sophomore year was pretty. It was a learning. You know, so I got to play again with Nick and Your Highness.
Yeah.
And to be honest, true story, I actually started that first game.
Did you really?
Yeah. Now, it wasn't because of, like, I did something spectacular. I think Your Highness got in trouble.
Oh.
So Your Highness got in trouble. And this is the first year that Coach Lawrence is back.
Okay.
So it's like,
yeah.
So I'm getting coached by Coach Lawrence. Like, first of all, I heard horror stories before Coach Lawrence came back.
Yeah.
Just like how he's mean and all that stuff, yell at you, just all that stuff. But, like, to be honest, he wasn't bad at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you a little story involving Your Highness and Coach Lawrence. They had a little like discussion where I think Your Highness got mad at him and basically, like, was going to walk off the field. And Coach Lawrence was not going to break. He was not going to be like, all right, come on back.
I think I remember that.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And Your Highness kept walking, and Ty said he kept, like, looking up the side of his eyes. Like, come on back. Don't leave.
So I think that's the reason I got my first start.
Could have been.
Yeah.
Could have been.
I actually started, I was East Ridge and Eustis, I want to say. We played East Ridge and we played Eustis the first two games, and I started those first two games.
Oh, that East Ridge game was a track meet.
Yeah.
Remember that?
That was not that year.
Oh, was that not that year? Okay.
Not that year. It was the track meet my junior year.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, it was crazy.
That was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. So I mean, got my first start against East Ridge.
Yeah.
And I'm inside excited. I don't really show that much emotion. I don't know if you know that much, but I was inside excited. But, like, I can kind of tell that some of the older guys didn't really, I guess, quote unquote, trust me.
Yeah.
It's a funny story. So I think we was playing Eustis, so it was the second game, and Ricky was he was the one of the him and Marty was one of the DNs at the time. And the saying after that game was Ricky was trying to play linebacker and D-line at the same time. So I guess they didn't trust me, which is fine. I mean, I'm a sophomore.
Well, like I said, you got to prove yourself.
Yeah, I got to prove yourself. So
you got this cat coming in, this new guy.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just not willing to give up that spot, man.
No. Yeah. I mean, and Your Highness played there, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, Your Highness is our leader on defense at the time. So, losing him those first two games, granted, I think we won one, lost one. We lost to Eustis that year. I want to say we lost to Eustis that year. But yeah, I mean, I think that experience was just like one of the ones that I got from that experience. I think because Your Highness, me and Your Highness was like we're good friends.
Yeah.
So I had his support.
Right.
And I think that was like made me feel a lot better.
Right.
After, you know, going into those games, it's like Your Highness wasn't like bitter about it. He wasn't like you know, I'm the senior, I'm the leader, I'm not gonna help you out or anything. Right. He was like, I didn't believe it. I didn't believe him at all when he said this, but he was like, yeah, man, you better than me. And in my head I was like, bro, shut up. I'm not. But yeah, so I think just having those talks before the games, those talks during practice, was very helpful, just to have him like being supportive for me. So, and then it also helped that Coach Lawrence and Coach Coburn was very supportive too. So it was just, I don't know, it was good to going in there mentally to be prepared for those games.
Yeah.
So I thought I had good games, but I didn't know Ricky was trying to play linebacker at the same time. I was just trying to make plays.
He's dropping back.
Yeah, I guess so. I wasn't really paying him attention. I'm just trying to make plays. But yeah. That was it.
That's funny. Catfish Johnny's Restaurant, serving the Lake Pennsauken and surrounding areas since 1990. For the last 33 years, we have strived to serve great food at great prices and a friendly, casual atmosphere. If seafood isn't your thing, our burgers or wings are the best around. We have daily specials too. Check us out on Facebook or Instagram for more information. Pat's Taps at Catfish Johnny's. Pat's Taps is Lake Pennsauken's newest tap room, offering 14 rotating craft beers on tap. We also offer bottled domestic beers, seltzers, ciders, and wine, as well as a variety of appetizers and pub. Our family-friendly tap room is a great place to come hang out and enjoy some one-of-a-kind craft beer. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, or the Untapped app. So did you, your junior year, at any point, were you strictly defense, or did you get to play anything on
I never played offense. Coach Sherman was like,
nah.
Yeah, he was like, no. I think the only person that got lucky to play offense during that time was Kendall.
Yeah.
Like those 4 years I played was like Kendall's the only one that was fortunate enough to play offense. Which we did. I had an opportunity to play. This is my senior year though. Yeah. Offense. I guess we can get to that. But
yeah.
Senior year I had to play offense. I had a chance to play offense, but it was one of the play-in game. Do you remember that year?
I'm trying to remember.
That's the year we had a chance to make the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
And we had the tiebreaker. Yes, at Frostproof.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, let me set that up for you.
Yeah.
So we play Frostproof Friday night.
Yeah.
We go down there. It's the last game of the season. Now we're awful. We only won. Well, at that point, we only won one game.
No.
Well, I thought we only won 2 games.
We won 2 games.
Well, we had to beat. What I'm saying is, we only won 2. Before that game, we only won 1 game.
Yeah.
Because we beat Frostproof that Friday night. Had to turn around and go back Monday night.
Yeah.
Back to Frostproof.
Mm-hmm.
To do a Texas tiebreaker, which it was us, Frostproof, and Jones.
Mm-hmm.
And we only got 1 quarter. So we put all the way down to Frostproof. Did we even score? No. So it's not a complete game. So that was our playoff that year.
Mm-hmm.
It was a district. That was when we had district titles.
Mm-hmm.
And we were all the whole entire district was awful. Everybody was bad.
Everybody was bad. Yeah.
Bad. It was a rebuilding year for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I do remember going down there because they took us all to Perkins. They were like loading up. We're like, all right, turkeys, like turkey dinner. We had some kind of turkey dinner or whatever. It was like what? All the kids were like all so stoked about the Perkins. Then more than the game.
We used to get food, man.
I know, man. You got food when you could.
Yeah.
It's like when we take the kids to Golden Corral now, it's like, oh, the kids go crazy.
Bro.
Yeah.
I was one of them.
Yeah. We went down to Frostproof, got beat by Frostproof, and then I think they turned around and played the next quarter. They played Jones, and I think Jones won that year.
Mm-hmm.
They won the district championship.
Yeah, Jones won that year.
They beat them. We didn't even have to play Jones. It was.
I want to say we played Jones and lost to Jones.
That might have been.
Yeah.
But that night at the playoff, we didn't play him at all.
Yeah.
And which is better. We got a better shake than what normally, because a Texas tiebreaker. I don't know if you've seen Friday Night Lights. Mm-hmm. At the end, they flipped a coin
to get to see who wins
to get to play.
Yeah.
So if you lost, you're done. The season's done.
That's crazy.
Yeah, on a coin flip.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. At least we got a quarter to play it out.
Yeah.
So we got a better version of that.
Yeah.
But not when you're like, all right, call it near.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, too bad. You go home. So, and that was your senior year?
That was my senior year.
Okay,
Yeah.
That senior year was it was pretty wild.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. It was during a time where, because when you get schedules and stuff, right? That's like 2 years in advance.
Yeah, or something like that. Normally you gotta play one.
Yeah.
A 2-game system. Not always, but more or less. Like you come to us, we'll come to you.
Yeah.
Type deal.
So, I mean, because during the time, my freshman, sophomore year, whatever, what's that?
Yeah.
During that time, we real good.
Yeah.
So at that time, we was setting schedules for 2010.
Yeah.
2009.
Yeah.
And so like, and most people, everybody like, yeah, South Sumter don't play anybody. South Sumter don't play anybody. And then that senior year, we played probably every
powerhouse.
Every powerhouse, and like, man, we played. Did we play Denellen that year?
I can't remember.
Man, we played Trinity Prep. That's when Boone. Remember Boone?
Oh, yeah.
Cadron Boone.
Yeah.
He was on that team. So we played Trinity Prep. Played Bishop Moore. This is before they became a district. We played Vanguard.
Yeah.
All the Ocala schools.
Yep.
Frostproof. Like, I guess Frost was part of our. Played Lakeland, Kathleen.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, like
we got murdered.
Yeah, that was Kiki's first interception that year.
Well, we did play. We did beat Kathleen when they came to us.
That was the next year.
Yes, that was next year.
Yeah.
But we did beat them because the year we went down there, I remember them saying. I was talking to the guy and he's talking about how they play Lakeland, and he's like, "Yeah, we cleared about 14,000 in just parking." I'm like, "What?"
Jeez.
I'm like, and you're like, for just parking. He's like, yeah, just parking. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And that was just there, like, and they don't have a big area to park in. So they're like cramming people in there.
Just to get, yeah.
Oh yeah. And I'm like, wow, dude, that's wild. I can't imagine having $14,000 worth of parking at our school.
Yeah.
I mean, we probably have the room for it, but
yeah,
good Lord,
I can't imagine. But man, but like I said, with North Marion, we didn't play Denellen. We played North Marion.
North Marion, okay, yeah. That sounds familiar.
Yeah. So we playing all these schools, and I mean, it was just a young team.
Yeah.
It was a growing team. Young. Yeah, it was a young team. We had a lot of injuries. We had a quarterback come play. This is before Pep got his start, and I think his name is Dylan Fairbanks, and he got hurt in spring.
Oh, that's right.
He got hurt in spring. We saw him make fun of Bobby Mason for it. It was like, Bobby, you got a red shirt on. We don't tackle the quarterback.
Red means stop.
Red means stop. What are you doing?
Oh my God.
So yeah, we had him. He got injured. Like, it was so many things. Like, so we had this new schedule. We got a young team.
Yeah.
And we tried to change up our defense that year.
Yeah.
We tried to run the 4-3.
Yeah.
So I actually went to end that year, beginning of the year. So Coach Lawrence and Coach Sherman was like, "Hey, I think you'd be good at defense end. This might translate to college for you." Like, they was like kind of looking out for me.
Right.
And so we went. We were spilling. Me and Bob Mason was on the other end. He's the other defense end, and I think it was Oscar, Nick. I forget who the third linebacker was, but yeah. So we spilling. I'm like, I was loving it. I get the rush to quarterback. So I'm like, maybe I am gonna play this in the next level. And then I want to say the first game we didn't do too high. I forget who we played, but Nick got hurt. And then I guess Coach Sherman and Coach Lawrence was like, all right, we're going back to 50. We can't do this no more. We're going back to 50. So we went back to 50 defense, and they moved me back to linebacker. So.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I can see why that would be. I mean, so you always change things to your strengths.
Mm-hmm.
So if your guy goes down, that you have that if they move you to end and next to that linebacker, and you need that specific, I can see why they're going to just go scratch it. Let's go back to, I mean, you always have that backup plan.
Mm-hmm.
You go back to what you've always, and luckily you guys were used to running that before.
Correct.
So
yeah,
it wasn't that big a deal where you had to, it wasn't like well, now what do we do again?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it was like I said, we did all spring and do the whole install and so, but like I said, I was excited about it because I could play defense and new position, but it just didn't work out for us. And it was just a different team that year. But I look back at it and I'm like, it wasn't a good year for the seniors, but a lot of people played that those next few years was like real good.
Oh yeah.
Like I think Lake Kathleen Kiki got his first start, if I'm not mistaken. And then Pat got to play the whole year, which I thought was great. I mean, even though he got to start the year before because Denzel got hurt against Nature Coast.
That's right.
But so a lot of those young guys got to play. So it's like they got that, what you was talking about earlier about JV. It's like, hey, once you get that exposure, like you can recognize that you can play with these guys, like Darren Williston. I mean, you know what I mean? Guys like him getting play. My senior year was like, then when they became seniors, they was monsters. So
promotional consideration paid for by the following: Travelin' Tom's Coffee Truck, the delicious mobile coffee truck that brings you the caffeination inspiration you need. We deliver signature coffee products like our Nitro Cold Brew and Caramel Frappe to any occasion or festivity. And for those who don't like coffee, we offer a variety of delicious hot chocolates, energy drinks, lemonades, and teas. That's Travelin' Tom's Coffee Truck. A lot of people don't realize how good Darian was.
No, they don't realize that.
And they don't know the ins and outs. Like Coach Lawrence used to be up top, and Darian would look up at up top and be like, "You want to go heads up?"
Mm-hmm.
And Coach Lawrence would go, "All right, let's." I mean, what coach would let their kid call a play?
Not many.
But he knew what he was doing.
That was a lot of trust.
But he knew what he was doing.
Like
too.
People, Darian IQ wise was top of the line.
Oh yeah.
And like you said, he don't get the credit he deserves.
Yeah.
Not people know that.
No.
I was like, man, Darian's IQ was a next level.
Yeah.
So like when a play doesn't go right, and you see Darian going crazy, don't have nothing to do with Darian. He's mad because one, he know why it went wrong. So he's yelling at whatever. It could be like Jesmer or somebody like Trenton Martin. He's like yelling at them like, no man, you supposed to fit right there. Like, no, that's because he just knows. Like he's just, and Coach Lawrence knew that. He's just IQ another level, man. Yeah.
Hey, he came over one time to the house to play some Madden. Don't play Madden with him. I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
He brings it to a whole nother level. Like he's putting guys in
position,
like pre-snap stuff.
Yes.
I'm just sitting there like, Darian, can I hit hike, please?
Yeah.
Like I'm running out of time here. No, I'm almost done. and he would he's shifting people over. I'm like, I didn't even know you could do all that. Like, like, well, what are you doing?
Yep.
He's like, pre-snap reads.
Yeah,
I'm like, Darian, just play the game for God's sakes.
I mean, I used to play NCAA when it was out with Aaron. We used to have battles.
Oh, yeah.
And that you talking about because I think I'm pretty smart in IQ wise, and talking about us going back and forth about playing chess on a video game.
Yeah,
battles, hilarious.
It cracks me up, man, because when I got my PS4 when it came out the first time, it was like I didn't know how to do all that online stuff, and so I'm learning how to do it, and didn't realize that people are very into this.
No, yes.
You know?
No, yeah.
So, like, I'm playing this guy. I'm playing this guy in Madden, and he yelled at his kids the entire game. He just yelled at them straight up, like, and I'm just like okay. Playing,
yeah.
like I'm one of his kids, like, just be quiet. And then he's like, oh, sorry about that, man. And I'm like, nah, that's all good.
You good, man?
And I was like, hey, man, I gotta go. Like, I gotta get out of here. Yeah, yeah. This is very awkward, man.
Yeah.
But anyways, so your senior year, what Wofford? How did Wofford come into this? Like, where did you come? Like, where did this come into play? Were they the ones that like had the hard sell? Like, they're the ones that you go, I want to go here. Or did they? I guess what I'm trying to say is, did they sell a cow? I mean, did they do a good job of selling it, or was there somewhere else that you wanted to go that you might have went to if you could have?
So, like I said, we switched defense that year,
right.
So I was playing 4-3. So I had some looks like playing in. I had no offers, but like, you know, I had people like Troy, Georgia Southern.
Okay.
Guys like that. So I'm like playing in the spring. Yep. So I'm thinking like, all right, man, I could probably get some big offers. So then we went back. Then I did play a linebacker in 4-3 for a little bit, but we moved linebacker in the fall. And everything came from Pasco.
Really?
That Pasco game?
Yeah.
That was probably my best game in my career. And after that game is when I got an offer from Wofford.
I'm trying to remember that Pasco game. Was that when Buck cramped and we had a picture of him on the ground when he was on the field?
Buck.
That might have been after you.
Mm-hmm.
We played Pasco one time. Oh, okay. So that was after you.
Yeah. Pasco is when they had like this quarterback. I guess it's a real good quarterback at the time.
Yeah.
Nick was hurt.
Gotcha.
I played middle linebacker at the time.
Okay.
And Coach Lawrence was pretty much like, you're going to marry this quarterback. Wherever he does, you can go get him.
Yeah.
It's like I was literally playing free.
Yeah, right.
That game. Man, that was probably my best game. I had like 20-something tackles that game.
Oh, my gosh.
And
crazy.
And after that game, it's when I got offers from Wofford. Guy called me, offered me, and then I also got an offer from VMI.
Okay.
Because Coach Lawrence, he knew the guy at VMI.
Yeah.
So those were I only had 2 offers.
Gotcha.
Those were my only 2 offers, and I went to go visit Wofford first, and it was great. I had a good visit. I got to meet. I met the coaches. Coach Woody, who coaches at Army now. He's the DC Army. He's one of the great. He didn't have a good year this year, but yeah, just beat the coaches, and it just reminded me of South Sumter because all the coaches been there for 10+ years.
Gotcha.
That's how it was at South Sumter.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like everybody been there forever. It was just like, so I went there and it's like, okay. Then the academic side of it was, you had to have a good grade. It was a good school for academics, and as they were recruiting me, they kind of had the same year as like they didn't have a good year the year before,
right?
And it kind of reminded me of like the year I just had,
right?
So it was great. It was a good time. But I didn't commit yet because I did promise VMI that I'll go up there.
Gotcha.
And visit VMI. And it's just the military thing. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Just to be honest.
Was Coach Woody, was that Pappenheim's?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I've met him.
Yeah.
He's a really nice guy.
Great guy.
Yeah. When you said that, I was like, wait, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, Nate Woody.
Yeah. When I went to Georgia. I went to Atlanta to watch Kiki play one weekend, and just by sheer coincidence, Pap's playing Georgia State in the old baseball field.
Oh, really?
What was that old Ted Turner field?
Uh-huh.
They converted it to a Georgia State plays in the
In Atlanta, yeah.
In Atlanta, but they got the outfield is the football field.
Yeah.
And it's weird as all get out because you're like where you're sitting on the sideline.
Yeah.
You're like where Andrew Jones used to stand or something. You know what I mean? Like you're like what? Like it's so weird. But got to meet him after the game. Super nice guy. But I remember I forgot because Pat played both sides of the ball. So that was when he was defensive
end at the time.
Yep. But super nice guy.
Yeah.
So,
great guy.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that was the same guy.
Same guy.
All right.
He went to App, then he went to Army.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
How long has he been there? This is his first year?
No, he's been in the Army for
a while.
Yeah, about 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah. Because when he left App State, that's right.
Yeah.
I think that was the year he left. Was the year
you met him? Yeah.
Super nice guy though. That's one of the cool things that I like is all the different coaches and stuff. You get to meet guys.
Yeah.
And like I met when I went to see Kiki at camp, I got to meet Dan Quinn.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, super nice guy.
Yeah.
Now he's a defensive coordinator of the Cowboys. I'm like, dude, I love this guy. But he just the super nice guys that go and above and beyond that do stuff for the kids. And
yeah.
I mean, Dan Quinn was there, recruited Kiki from high school to Florida.
Yeah.
Drafted him from Florida to the Falcons. Then he was with him at Dallas. I'm like, man, this guy's. But that's a faithful coach. I mean, that's someone that believes in you, and it didn't always work out that way. But if you can, at least say no. You know, it's like years ago, Steve Spurrier was a head coach at Washington, and he brought all those old Gator guys back, like Rito Anthony, Ike Hilliard, Danny Warfel. All these old guys, these old Gator guys that he won the national championship with.
Yeah.
But he knew their work ethic and he knew what they were capable of doing, and so that's kind of cool how coach never forgets. You know what I mean?
Coach don't forget. Yeah, for sure.
So tell me a little bit about Wofford, because I don't even know. Like, I know it's in Spartansburg. I did my homework. It's in Spartansburg, and I had to look up Spartansburg because I've never been there. I've only been to Myrtle Beach, like Coastal Carolina, been to Conway, and where else did we go to? We went to Charleston. That's the only places I've been in South Carolina.
Yeah.
And that's further north, straight north.
Yeah, straight north.
Yeah.
It's right on the line, near the line of Charlotte. I mean, not Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay.
And it's about an hour from Charlotte.
Okay. So how far is that from Florence? A couple hours? Or?
Yeah, a couple hours from Florence.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have been there going to Pittsburgh, but
okay.
I probably have been through there and didn't even notice.
If you hit 85, you would have went through Spartanburg.
Probably.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So tell me a little bit about what that's like.
At Wofford?
Yeah.
At Wofford was great.
Yeah.
I attest my time at South Sumter to Wofford.
Gotcha.
Because, I mean, it was great. I started every game at Wofford. I got to play as a freshman, so it was a good time. We won the conference my first year.
Right.
That was against Georgia Southern and App State. So.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, Coach Bryant. There you go. But it was good. I mean, like Wofford is like one of the smallest D1 AA schools.
Oh, okay.
In America. So it's like we had like maybe 1,500 students.
Wow.
Yeah, 1,500 students there. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was tiny. Like everybody knew everybody pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So you just it was. But for the most part, it was fun. You get to hang out with the athletes and play football for all year round. So,
gotcha.
I mean, it was like I said, I attest Wofford to South Sumter because my first 3 years was like how it was at South Sumter. My senior year was a really tough one, a tough year. So,
gotcha.
It was kind of mirrored that for sure. I mean, like I said, as far as playing football there, because I don't know if you know, I did track there too.
Yeah, I didn't know you did track, but I knew you did track at high school.
Yeah, did track in high school. I did track in Wofford too.
Okay. Dual sport.
Yeah, I actually had the record there for long jump. So
nice.
Yeah.
What is the record?
I don't remember. Some guy beat it already.
Oh, okay.
So
It don't even matter anymore.
Yeah, it don't even matter no more. Yeah. So as far as playing football, like Coach Woody was a great coach.
Yeah.
Awesome. And I do want to give my flowers. If it wasn't for Coach Coburn, Coach Coburn will get his flowers enough because he was my first linebacker coach first.
Right.
And it was for him. And then Coach Lawrence kind of took it to another level as far as like reading the offense and stuff like that.
Right.
If it wasn't for that, I would have never got a chance to start at Wofford. So,
cool.
But like just being able to read offense, read guard, tackle, from that standpoint. But so yeah, I mean, for the most part, Wofford was great. I enjoyed my time there.
Thanks for watching part 1 of this 2-part podcast. Check out full episodes on YouTube and Spotify.